In today's video, we are going to create a virtual machine using the custom advanced feature. So in our last video, we created a virtual machine using the typical recommended one. And if you want to see that video, you can click on the I button above and you will be redirected to that video. Hi, my name is Salhali and welcome back to my channel. Okay, so let's start the video. So first of all, you need to right click here and click on create a new virtual machine, or you can click on file, new virtual machine, and select custom. So under custom you see more options than the one recommended with the typical one. Okay, so once you check the custom, you click on next, and then here you can see the hardware compatibility. You can select that as well, and there is a limitation that so you can read that and you can create that accordingly. Like as an example, you can create 10 network adapters. Okay, so I'm going to click on next with the version 12, and if you want to create one with the older version, you can select that as well, but for this one I'm going to select version 12. So here you see the same features what you see in the typical one. If you want to install your operating system using your DVD ROM in your computer, or you have ISO file, you can click on that. Or if you want to install later, you can check this one. That will just create a virtual machine and you will install the operating system later. So click next, and then you can select what kind of operating system you're going to use. It's going to be Microsoft Windows, it could be Windows 7, 8, 10, or it could be a Windows Server or the older version of Windows, or you can create a virtual machine for Linux, and there are like multiple flavors of Linux as well. So I'm going to install Windows 10 on this one. That's going to be x86, so I'm going to select this one, and it's gonna automatically set the virtual machine name. So I'm gonna keep this as it is, and I'll just change the directory. Okay, so after updating your location where your virtual machine is going to be saved, you click next. The paths virtual machine already exists, so this one already has. So I'm gonna do -test, and the same thing right here as well. Okay, so there was already Windows 10 operating system virtual machine available what I created for test, and you can select firmware type as well. Like you can set BIOS or EFI, whatever you wanna do on this virtual machine. So I will go with the BIOS one, the older one, and you can select the number of processors. I'm gonna select 2 and 4, that's going to be total 8 cores, and the memory, which is going to be 4 GB. And next, the bridge network, so I can access that using the RDP feature from my computer. And this is the IO controllers, and I always choose the recommended one, and it's also showing the bus logic, and the LSI is not supported by Windows 10, so you have to use this one, LSI logic SAS. And the next thing is the disk type, IDE, SCSI, or SATA. So SCSI is recommended, so I'm going to select this one, and it's asking for create a new virtual machine or use an existing virtual disk. So in this case, if you just create a virtual machine and you have a VHD file or VHDX file, which is the drive file for virtual machines, you can choose that as well. Or you can use the physical disk for advanced user. You have to be like very careful for that if you want to use this one. But in my situation in this test, I'm going to create a new. I can use old as well if I have like any other VHD or VHDX file available from any other computer or any server. I can use that, so all the operating system files will be loaded into this machine. So as this is a new machine, so I'm going to create a new one, and this one recommended is 60 GB, but I'm going to assign this one as 100. So it's showing me 2 different options: store virtual disk as a single file or virtual disk into multiple files. So these two has like different kind of features. Let me explain you. So if I select this one, so it's gonna create 100 GB like right now, one file with 100 GB, and everything what I store in that virtual machine will be saved in that single file. But if I click on split virtual disk into multiple files, so it's gonna be in chunks, like as I observed in this one, it creates 2 GB file, and as the 2 GB is filled, it creates another 2 GB file, so that way it will go up to 100 GB. So that way you can like save the storage on your computer. If you're just testing, you don't want to use all 100 gigs, so I normally use this one. But if you want to like test something on this virtual machine and then use that in the production, you should use the one with the single file. And this one is allocate all disk space. Now it's the feature for Windows. If you do install Linux, it's not going to be shown on this one. So this one is like allocate all the space right now. That means all the space will be allowed, otherwise it grows dynamically in Windows infrastructure. Okay, I'm going to click on next. So here it's telling me, you can see one disk file will be created for each 2 GB virtual disk capacity. File names for each file beyond first will be automatically generated using the file name provided here. So the first VMDK would be a Windows 10 x64-test, and the next 2 GB file will be test 1, 2, 3, 4. As I keep adding files or data into that virtual machine, all the new files would keep creating. Okay, so you can see whatever I explained in the previous window. Okay, I'm going to click next, and here you can see everything what we choose in our custom virtual machine. So you can see the file name and the location, version, everything you can see here. Or if you want to customize the hardware, you can customize by clicking here. If you want to like increase memory or decrease, you can do that here. If you want to add another network adapter, you can do that here. If you want to increase the hard drive space, you can do that here as well. But for me it looks good, and I'm just going to click on finish, and another virtual machine would be created. But this was all the test scenario. I already have my first test machine what I created in my previous video. So I'm just going to click cancel. I just wanted to show you with the custom feature as well, because in last video I wanted to explain everything, but that video was getting like more lengthy, so I decided to create another video for the custom one. And in the next video I'll be showing the networking related stuff in the VMware WorkStation. Thank you so much for watching the video. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.